Alright, so you guys remember what we talked about before?
Nope.
What were we talking about?
Motherboard.
Motherboard, alright, and
CPU processing.
that's right. And that's attached to the motherboard, right? Remember we talked about that and I showed you how to
No.
pop off the fan to look at the CPU processor? No, you don't remember that? Alright. Well, the CPU is the central processing unit. Alright, so what that does is that sends signals to control other parts of the computer. It's kind of the brains of your operation. So your brain does all the thinking and computing and then sends that information out to the rest of the computer, the components that need it. So it's an electronic machine that works on a list of things to do. So when you're typing on a computer, or when you're opening up a document, or you're opening up a program, your CPU is processing that information, and that allows it to work there. It's basically the instructions for everything, kind of holds all the instructions for a list of things to do. Obviously there's different types of processors, just like there's different types of power supplies, RAM, bless you, and everything else that we have in there. So that's measured in hertz, which is the HZ here, or gigahertz. Obviously gigahertz faster than the hertz. Faster you go, faster your processor works, faster your computer runs. Obviously the faster the gigahertz, the more expensive it is as well to put in there. Two different kinds of it typically comes in as the Intel and AMD. Those are your two big suppliers of the processors there. So once again, we'll take a look at it here in closer detail. We already took the fan off last time, so you can see right underneath here. This is where that sits. See how I pop that off? You want to come and do that?
Yeah.
So I'll put it back. Well,
There's glue on it.
as it just pops right out, and you can see.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, I don't care. Those are the pin set that allows it to connect up there. What?
I got glue on it. Oh.
Yeah, did it get white? Oh, you touched the bottom part? Yeah, we'll clean up the hands after this. Yeah, that's your little pin set there. So your processor kind of sits in there.
What's that?
It's got, you see it's got a bunch of glue on there. That's from when I cut my finger.
It's hard to get it in.
So this just kind of goes back in here.
It's hard.
Push it into the pin set. Not the easiest. Hold on, Jones. It's kind of messy there.
Yeah, I know.
So we pop that in just like that. Push this lever down, holds it in place. Now I've got junk on my hands, just like you got junk on your hands. So the same thing with this one. This is the exact same thing here. We can actually, if you guys wanna pop that with that. If you want to try to unscrew that one, this one actually is screwed in, where that one, this fan was just clipped in here. This little clip.
This way?
Oh, which way do you think? Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Okay. That's right.
It's too small. I need a bigger one. Do I have a bigger one up here? I don't think I do.
It was coming up.
Yeah, it doesn't twist very nicely though. We'll need a different screwdriver to pop that up, but we don't worry about that. We have already got this one off here and we can take a look at it. So once again, this is allowing the heat from the processor to seep into this metal, and then the fan is blowing that out of your tower to keep it cool. Because this processor will generate a lot of heat. That thing is working very hard for your computer, and that's going to generate a lot of heat on there. So once again, this computer is junk. I'm not really doing anything with these. These don't actually work anymore, so that's why we're just kind of messing around with the parts here and not worrying too much about how careful we're being with everything. But we can pop that guy back in there and keep him back into his place. Don't you guys have any questions about the processor?
No.
Any questions on what it does?
Did we say what it does?
Well, I just went through the thing. Do you remember? What does it do?
Yay.
Jonah, what does the processor do?
It does what brains do.
Yeah, it's kind of the brains of the operation. It holds the instructions for everything. It's doing a large amount of work for you on your inside your computer. And how do we get the heat from the processor out
I'm a can.
of the tower? How do we get the heat out of there? What do we use?
Fan.
Yep. And what does the fan do?
Makes it cold.
Takes the hot air and blows it out, right? Yep. All right, you guys can take a closer look at it if you guys want to go ahead.